Today, I got a special, easy recipe for you. I'm gonna cut up some thick pork chops. This is a pork loin. I'm gonna cut the pork chops as thick as I want. That's the secret to cutting thick pork chops. People used to ask us at the fairs and stuff, how you get such thick pork chops?
Where'd you get your thick pork chops at?
Just buy the whole loin and cut them yourself. That's all you gotta do. This recipe I'm gonna make is pan-seared, which I believe is the best way to use Dano's. Whenever you're using it, pan-seared is my absolute favorite because you get to get that herb crust, get all that flavor onto the crust of the chicken or the pork or the steaks or whatever you're making. But what I'm gonna do after we get them seared off, I'm gonna make this awesome sauce made by one of my friends on TikTok, and he's also on YouTube. He's got a YouTube page. That dude can cook. This is where we're gonna make an orange juice balsamic reduction as our sauce. So this is super easy. I promise you, you can do this. Anybody can do this. What's up, y'all? Dano back again in the Dan kitchen, doing the Dan thing. I got a big old pork loin today. I'm with my main man, Toothpick Timmy. They call him Chicken Stick and Toothpick Timmy. We'll get to that in a minute. Actually, let's go on and get to it. The reason why they call him Chicken Stick and Toothpick Timmy, we used to travel the country just like this, setting up our booth in shows, in flea markets, state fairs, hunting shows, and we used to put samples on a toothpick. And one day I was like, the lady was waiting on a sample, and I said, toothpick? Or I said, we're waiting on Chicken Stick and Toothpick Timmy here, and it kind of stuck.
Stuck, kind of like a toothpick.
I'm just gonna cut me some Big Daddy pork chops. So I'm gonna cut them nice and thick. You can see this is more of the fatty part down here on the end of the loin. So I happen to like that a lot. Those are like my favorite parts of the pork chop. About you, Toothpick?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is just reminding me about when we did do the pork chops. I'm sitting here thinking, I haven't had a pork chop like this in so long. I'm thinking about it and my mouth's salivating. My favorite part is honestly that whole line right there where the fat is in the middle.
Oh yeah. This here, you'll see this. I don't even know what the correct, on a ribeye it's called the spinalis. I don't know what you call it on a pork loin, but you can see now it's more to all the tender pink meat. So just cut these bad boys up nice and thick. I'm getting this to like a medium temperature. If you're doing it on your stove, all you need is like a medium to medium high temperature. You don't want to get it too hot. That's when you start setting off smoke alarms. So I'm going to use an olive oil blend that I like. It's actually an olive oil canola soybean blend, and it's awesome with pork chops. So I'm going to go in with some of our oil here. Put a decent amount, enough to cover the bottom. And then I need some Danos. You got any Danos?
You know what? I do have some Danos right there
yeah,
on my hip.
Holster.
I got my holster, carries my flavor everywhere I go. Rule number one, don't leave home without flavor.
So check it out. This is all you got to do, y'all. I'm telling you, this is so easy. I'm going to put a good coating on there. It's going to give us an awesome herb crust. Just going to place that in like so.
Dan, tell them how you're able to use so much, because that looks so good. I mean, that flavor is going to get worked into that meat.
It is, and that's the beautiful thing about being low sodium. That's why every show we used to go to, we almost sold out at every one. I'll show you right here. This is all the salt that's in the whole big bottle. One of these big bottles, that's all the salt. And we use that real rosemary, the lemon peel, the orange peel. We just get the sear going.
You guys, the smell of this Dano's
as soon as it hits the pan.
Listen, like you feel like every day's Thanksgiving dinner, okay? Dano's makes everything Dano might, hands down.
Check it out. Just put a good coating on there. Everybody always thinks I'm using half a bottle, I'm using way too much. I'm telling you, I'm not. It's so light and fluffy, it's barely making a dent.
I mean, you can barely tell you even used my bottle.
So we'll just let them bad boys cook. With pork, you want to get to about an internal 145. Some people say you don't have to, but I like to get it to 145. I'm not eating any raw pork. But we'll just let these bad boys cook. You don't want it on a super high temperature. Get it on a super high temperature, you're going to start smoking the house up. And I also like that oil that I use because it's an olive oil canola blend, so it doesn't smoke a lot. If you're using olive oil, you're going to get more smoke. So we'll just let these bad boys cook. We'll give it about 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll give them a flip, and then another 4 or 5 minutes. Check the temperature, They're gonna have a perfect herb crust, and then we're gonna use what's left in the pan to make our reduction sauce.
That herb crust is what I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah. All right, so it's been probably 5-6 minutes. These are super thick, so we're gonna do this a little bit different. We're gonna go on and flip them. I know what you're already thinking. You're like, oh my gosh, that's burnt. Just stick around, wait for the results. That is gonna turn into an awesome crust, promise you. So we're gonna flip these over. There's no sugar in Danos, so it's not burnt, I promise you. Well, it's seared seasoning, okay? I'm gonna do a little more oil. It's not, I promise you, when these are done, after they rest, that crust is gonna get juicy. Just trust me. I'm actually gonna put this lid on for a little bit because these are so thick. Just speed up the process and turn it down a little bit to more of a medium low. We'll just let these cook maybe for 8 minutes. Look, just had the cap on for just a little bit. The crust is, I'm telling you, the crust is gonna be phenomenal. I know what you're thinking right now. Oh, it's burnt, burnt. No, you just wait.
Actually, the burntest looking part is the part that I want.
Yeah.
I want to taste those cooked in herbs and spices, that real flavor. It's the kind of cooking that makes you say, oh damn.
Dude, it's dang good, boy.
That's dang good. You dang right.
Fantastic.
That's dang almighty. Thanks for inviting me over to do the damn thing in the damn kitchen today. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Wait till you see what we're getting ready to cut next.
What?
Brisket.
Oh,
Wagyu
the what?
brisket.
If you guys are still watching, make sure you check out the brisket video, the Wagyu brisket. It's gonna be on point. Never wrong when you're using Danos.
All right, so it's time for the results. Look at that black crust that was on there before, and now with all that moisture in there, look how perfect it is. I'm telling you what. Now, so this is what we're gonna do here. We're first gonna temp check them. So I'm gonna pick the fattest part right here. I'm gonna go in, we're looking for a 145. We're getting there, getting there, getting there. All right, so maybe it needs another minute. Let's see over here. All right, that bad boy's done.
That bad boy is done.
So we're just gonna set these to the side and let them rest. Let's see if this one's done here. Oh yeah, that's done. Set that to the side. And move that to the hotter spot.
Dan, can you explain why you always cook it to temp? Don't overcook it?
Well, when you overcook, that's when it gets dry. And people, all the time when we were doing our videos, people would be like, how do you get yours so juicy? And it's like, well, just know your temperatures. As long as you don't overcook it, cook it to your 145 on pork, cook it to your 165 on chicken, and don't keep going after that. Because once it's done, it's done. That's at your juiciest point. All right, so we're done now. Look at that crust. Yum, yum, get you some. Perfect. Set that right there. Now, look at that. That is just perfect.
Can't beat it.
Perfect, perfect. I may have gone a little too hard on that first sear, but you can see this is absolutely perfect right there. So, look at what we got left over. Do you want to get rid of that? No. We're gonna get rid of a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Pour some in this over here. All right. So we're gonna keep that. That's nothing but flavor right there. We're gonna crank this up. We're gonna go in with 1 cup of OJ. Just wait. And then we're gonna take some balsamic vinegar. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar.
So it's 1 cup OJ, 1/2 cup of vinegar?
Yes, sir.
Balsamic vinegar, to be exact.
And now, we're just gonna let this cook on high. We're gonna let this boil off and reduce down. And here in about 5 to 10 minutes or so, this is gonna turn into a nice, thick sauce. We're gonna put it right over our pork chops. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be a glaze.
It's gonna be a glaze. All right, so now you can see it's changed color. It's thickened up. My eyes are watering because I've been absorbing this vinegar straight into my eyeballs. But look at that. Look how nice and thick that is. It's perfectly cooked pork chop.
Look at how juicy that is. So that is the importance of cooking it just to the temperature it needs to be, not overdoing it.
So we'll get our pork chop cut up.
That is perfect, Dan. You have
It's not rocket science. It's just Dano's, you know. This sauce, look at that. Look how it's nice and thick now. Just put it right over the top.
Cool. Oh, that's next level. I bet that's gonna be Dano Mite with that Dano's infused in there.
Fantastic. Get you some of that. Cheers.
Cheerio. Yeah,
It's dang good.
it's got a little like orange. You can taste the orange in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
You can definitely taste the balsamic. Taste the Dano's. I can imagine it being really good. You know, you got some broccoli on your plate or you got some rice. And it just blends into everything. We got a special guest in the house. My brother Rhino's here. Get up here and get you a bite, Rhino. Get you a sample.
I like coming around back.
Yeah.
What special guest?
This is Rhino, Oliver Financial. You need any help with your future finances, look him up.
More specifically, retirement planning.
There you go. Give that a try. Give that a bite right there. Oh, yeah.
That's you.
It's got some real flavor to it.
It's
Is
amazing.
it dang good?
The cup of orange juice, you wouldn't even know it's there.
Yeah. Definitely taste the balsamic. It all
Balsamic
works
is a
together.
strong flavor, but yeah, that is very good.
Heck yeah. Imagine it with the rice and vegetables and everything else you got on your plate.
Quite tasty.
Just a sauce.
That is dang good.
It's dang good.
Yeah. Dang good.
Is it Rhino good?
No, it's not that good.
Once again, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I did right, because I know there's gonna be a lot of comments on this one. I mean, I burnt the pork chops at first, right? But then you saw it turned out to be a beautiful crust. I'm telling you, nothing on this place tastes burnt at all. It's just all flavor. Got a nice sear, got that sauce. Once again, thank you, Sonny. That dude can cook. Go look him up. He's always posting great content. This was his recipe. He's probably gonna think that I killed it, but I actually did kill it because it's good. But that's it. We'll see you next time. Keep sprinkling.